Within your vehicle could be up to over 700 different types of bacteria. That's 9 times more than the average toilet seat. One of the main hotspots for this bacteria to lurk is the steering wheel. When people feel sick, all they want to do is lay in bed and get some rest. However, according to Kirsch, this could actually worsen your symptoms. When people lay in bed, they're not exercising their lungs, and their lungs are getting weaker. And with COVID-19 attacking your lungs, the best thing to do to fight off your symptoms is to get out of bed and start moving. Father Ross relates the 3 aspects of health, body, mind, and soul, to a 3-legged bar stool, similar to our 3-legged tripod. When all 3 legs are balanced, the shot is clear and in focus. But if even one leg becomes unbalanced, the vision is unclear. Though state police recommend people stay home, should you need to travel for an essential trip and come in contact with law enforcement, do not be alarmed if they are wearing gloves or a mask. Law officials have been wearing PPE or personal protective equipment to stop the spread to themselves or others. Before the investigating, the scandals, and the threats, Charlie Speck began his journalism career right here at St. Bonaventure University and in this very studio. Over 2,000 students enrolled at St. Bonaventure University. 25% of those 2,000 is 500 students. Since there are only 4 counselors at the university, each one would see 125 students. That's if they all seek counseling. Amy Mickle, a mental health counselor at SBU, commented on this 125-to-1 ratio.
And actually, we have a higher ratio, student to counselor ratio, than the average university.
According to Mickle, 70 to 75% of mental health problems emerge during ages 18 to 24. Counselors said that transitional age can be a factor into the rising anxiety statistic. This can be when people are leaving for college, beginning a new routine with more demands, or entering the workforce. Another leading factor, social media. Pressures to live or look a specific way, a need for instant gratification, and a lack of person-to-person interaction leads to increased isolation, depression, and anxiety, according to Mickle. Those experiencing mental health issues often resist help due to the stigma surrounding mental illness and counseling.
When someone is struggling with mental health issues, they don't really want to discuss it or want anybody to know about it. For some reason, it seems frequently the case that people are more comfortable saying my arm is broken than my heart is broken.
Father Ross relates the 3 aspects of health, body, mind, and soul, to a 3-legged bar stool, similar to our 3-legged tripod. When all 3 legs are balanced, the shot is clear and in focus. But if even one leg becomes unbalanced, the vision is unclear. For some students, it's not only the stigma that prevents them from seeking help, but outside pressures.
So I actually have students who come from the Asian population and who are very private and feel that they worry that they might disgrace their families if they're found out to be struggling mentally. So we do have to kind of address that in session. Also, I have students who are in pre-med and they worry about having this issue interfere with their ability to get into med school.
Mickle explained that help is not a weakness. People just need to talk and actually be heard sometimes.
I actually think it shows courage and it shows maturity to be able to say, I'm struggling and I need help, but certainly it's not easy for folks to do that.
Michaela Hyman, SBU-TV, New, Now, Next.
Because of COVID and everything, we're trying to crack down on the transmission from when people leave their house and they could be potentially taking it with them in their cars.
Bonaventure students Jared Gates and partner Jason Green take an entrepreneurial class project beyond the final grade. As the COVID-19 pandemic continues, Gates explains a new product he and Green developed to disinfect the interior of a vehicle using UVC light.
The UVC light that has the ability to disinfect viruses and bacteria and make it portable so that you can put it in your car and disinfect your car. Because people don't realize how gross your car is.
Within your vehicle could be up to over 700 different types of bacteria. That's 9 times more than the average toilet seat. One of the main hotspots for this bacteria to lurk is the steering wheel. UV light sterilization kills microorganisms. Hospitals use the UV technology to sterilize high-touch equipment and surfaces according to the National Library of Medicine. The portable UV lamp on your screens fits into your cup holder. Turn on the lamp, leave the car, and within 20 minutes, your car will be disinfected, according to Gates. Gates and Green have set up a Kickstart for funding of production. Their goal is to have the UV lamp in hand within 2 months, said Gates.
I kind of just want to get like an actual product and have this try to help people.
Michaela Hyman, SBU-TV, New Now Next.
They definitely have the amount of testing available, but per governmental section, those tests are being reserved.
As of April 19th, only 0.87% of Erie County tested for COVID-19 due to a lack of test kits. On your screens, COVID-19 symptoms and how to treat them according to Kirsch, a family practice physician, should you be denied testing. Do not treat a fever aggressively. The body heats up to burn off the virus. Avoid anti-inflammatory drugs such as ibuprofen. Treat with an acetaminophen such as Tylenol. 95% of pathogens are inhaled through nasal passage. Nasal irrigate or swab inside of nose with an antibacterial cream at the first site of illness. Vasodilate with a vapor rub. Boost vitamin C as soon as throat becomes sore. Gargle with salt water 3 times daily. Disinfect toothbrush after each use. When people feel sick, all they want to do is lay in bed and get some rest. However, according to Kirsch, this could actually worsen your symptoms. When people lay in bed, they're not exercising their lungs, and their lungs are getting weaker. And with COVID-19 attacking your lungs, the best thing to do to fight off your symptoms is to get out of bed and start moving. According to Kirsch, isolation may have negative effects.
60 days of isolating a human body that is used to picking up probably, I can't even venture to say how many pathogens a day, and then releasing those people back out into public, people are going to get so sick.
Michaela Hyman, SB